Before we get started here, I just wanted to let the YouTube algorithm know that I am a fully licensed medical grower in Canada, where it is fully legal. I have paperwork to back it up. Everything I do is 100% within the law of my country. And this is for documentation and entertainment purposes only. Hi everybody, CANNABEARD Grows here. How the heck are you doing? I do hope you're well. I think I said that differently. It doesn't matter. Welcome to the show. How you doing? It's Friday Night Gardening. Today, on Friday Night Gardening, we're going to take a look at the 5x5 with all of the indoor and outdoor just booming right now. Oh, man, I can't wait to show it off. I'm going to give a compost tea to the cannabis here and our stuff outside. I'll show you about that. We're going to do a little bit of maneuvering in that weird, ugly autoflower. It's still alive, believe it or not. Yeah, it's still doing something. And, yeah, we'll take a quick peekaboo at the little clones. They're getting really ready to... Well, I'll show you. They're getting ready. They're getting close. So, without further ado, let's get into the show. Hit that like button if you do like it. Subscribe if you're not already for some reason, and yeah, let's just get into it.
What is worm tea, you might ask? Well, compost or worm tea is a nutrient-rich liquid organic fertilizer that you can make yourself simply by steeping worm castings or aged compost in aerated water. By adding unsulfured molasses as a food source and aerating this mix for approximately 24 hours, the beneficial microbes within will multiply exponentially. These microbe-dense teas act as a natural probiotic for soil, improving nutrient uptake and boosting resistances to pests and diseases. This has become very, very popular with living soil and organic gardeners alike.
There we go. We're gonna make some motherfucking tea.
Fucking tea! Tea!
So, to make compost tea, this is what I'm doing here. All you really need is earthworm castings and some sugars, blackstrap molasses. These are the only two that you really, really, really need. Right here, I've got some banana peels. Bunny cooks down her banana peels and dehydrates them out and crushes them up until they're looking like coffee grounds. Got a little bit of humic acids. And then in the back here, I've got, this is just some pH down mixed with water. And then my pH kit here. We're gonna check the water. I know that the water right out of my tap is around 7. We'll check that out here in a second, and we'll just make some tea and balance it out pH-wise, and then we'll feed everything, because it'll be awesome. Okay, just add a pretty good sized scoop worth of the worm castings, and then I'm going to add some of this. There we go. Now we're going to add a little bit of this, and there we go. And I'm going to put all this into the this burlap sack. I've reused them over and over again a couple of times until they get pretty gross. While they're in good shape, you can use them multiple times. And there you go. Now I just got to cinch off the string and dangle it into the water. And there we go. I just got this piece of PVC piping with the bag on it, and I can just stick it in there like a tea bag, and it'll soak up. I mean, you can start it off a little bit. There we go. And it just sits in there and like a tea bag, bubbles away. We got one more ingredient though. We got this molasses, so let's get that going. Okay, just pour, I don't know, whatever, like a frickin' quarter cup or something like that. That should probably be okay. I don't know, you don't want to put too much in there, but you don't want to put, it's a pretty big amount of water, but you don't want to put too little in either. You want to feed them microbes. Those sugars is what's going to feed the microbes, and we're going to let this boil or percolate and do its thing, steep for about 24 hours. So tomorrow this will be all ready to go. All right, let's turn it on. and see where the water is sitting. I'm guessing it's probably going to be about 7.5. That's usually what my water sits at. Looks like low 7. The aeration sort of throws it off a little bit too, but not by much. So it looks like we're looking at right around 7. Let's give that a good rinse. Okay, gonna lower it. There we go. This is just pH down and water mixed together. I'm gonna try, I don't know, probably about half of it first, and we'll see how that goes. I'm just gonna leave that alone and check back on it tomorrow. I'm sure that's well within the ranges. All right, here we are the next afternoon. We got some foam. That's good. That means the organics are doing their thing. Yeah, let's take a look at the pH there. Give it a little rinse and some fresh sort of, fresh hose water, way off pH, the good stuff. But then let's just stick it in here. I balance this thing every once in a while. It's never been off balance, but I've tried twice and it's been right on the money. So, I mean, I couldn't ask for better. Right there, it's like 6 point whatever, and sort of depends where you're holding it, I think. Oh no, see, it's going all over the place. Okay, I'm gonna stop here before it frickin' keeps changing, makes a fibber out of me. But it looks good. It does look good. Anyway, I've got this thing right here. Oh yeah, that's a smart move. Bring it up. Anyway, there's a hose attachment onto this. This is like a sump pump kind of thing, and there's a hose attachment onto it. So I'm gonna hook it up to a hose, and then we're gonna feed up the garden and stuff with a bunch of stuff. Oh, hey, cool. That happens every once in a while. It sucks up the bubbles from the air bubbler into the thing and makes micro bubbles. Ooh, I should leave it like that for a bit. That'll frickin' foam it right up. Woo! Anyway, that stuff's good to go. I'm gonna feed that to the garden as well as the cannabis. Wow, she is a bright one in here. Well, we might as well plug them right away here. MARSHYDRO, you know this thing. This is the FC 8000 with the ad light unit up there. Ooh, baby, it's a beautiful thing. Yeah, it really, really is. Speaking of beautiful things, oh my goodness, look at all that. Look at the bounce back. And you know what's funny? This is only Tuesday. This is only halfway since last episode. It's only been a couple of days, but they're thirsty, and we're gonna feed them that tea because they're thirsty, and I got all this tea. Why not? Let's see what happens. Okay, so here is the view today. Let's see how they respond over the next maybe 2 or 3 days. I'll try to film it Friday morning, and we'll update it then. Okay, here we are. This is like 2 days later. Yeah, it was 2 days ago I watered all this, and man, yeah, bush. They're looking a little droopy just because it's morning. This is the morning droop. The lights just came on about, I don't know, 45 minutes ago. Not enough to get them too excited, but like, look at the growth in here. These peppers are going nuts. Everything's just going nuts. All the small rounder pots are for the outdoors, and then those square pots are all for the indoors. Yeah, so these 4 in the back are indoor, plus that one. And then 1, 2, 3, and 4 are for the outsides. Those are going to get transplanted into 30-gallon pots. Honestly, like, soon. Maybe next week. We got to keep an eye on the weather. But, yeah, very soon. Maybe next week. These ladies are going out. So, yeah, stay tuned for that. And then, speaking of ladies and stuff that are looking good, these clones, these re-vegged clones. Look at how much growth we got. I think we're ready to clone these things. Like, yeah, I might even do that next week. I think that's going to be a project I'm going to start next week. The re-vegged clones are good to go, I think. Let me know in the comments below if these things are ready to go. I've never done re-vegging before. I'm interested in it, but yeah, there we go. Everything else is just looking friggin' good, though. Really good. Oh my. Well, I just wanted to give you a quick little update after that compost tea. I know that they generally sort of fluff out and really seem to respond well from those compost teas. Before we get any further, I would like to thank today's sponsor, MARSHYDRO. Hey, thank you very much, MARSHYDRO. I appreciate you. I've been using almost exclusively MARSHYDRO gears for many years now, and I am truly in love with a lot of their product. The new iHub and iSmart control systems are so good. They make growing so much easier by doing a lot of the hard lifting. And I'm really a fan, honestly. If you want to be a fan too, use my name here as a discount code. Save yourself a couple of bucks off your next MARSHYDRO purchase, and you will be a fan just like me. Thank you once again, MARSHYDRO. Now, let's get back to the show. Okay, well, this tent is using the SP3000 Greenhouse Edition, this beautiful, beautiful light from MARSHYDRO. You know the drill. Use my name as a code, save yourself some money. We got this rack system in here, and I'm going to use some pipe cleaners in these nodes to kind of spread it side to side. We can't go this way anymore because it's a shallow tent, but we can go. Oh my god, I touched it. Oh my god, it smells so good. And we'll use this opportunity to get in here and clean up some of this yuck. There's definitely some yuck in there. We'll have to clean this all up, and yeah, let's get right to it. Anyway, there we go. Spread it all out like Spider-Man. All the little ends are spread out about as best I can. Not bad at all. I got a little bit of wind going over here. I might bring the wind up a little bit so maybe it's pointing down into all this, because it really needed some. I mean, I'm still gonna go through this and clean up a little bit more of these leaves here and there, a little bit more. Pretty jungly. It's also wilted and thirsty. As I was doing this, I noticed how light it is. She's thirsty, so she's drooping. But every time I feed it, it sweats like crazy, which is why I had to open this up, or it was just gonna fucking probably mold on me or something. And it smells really good. Even though it is looking really weird, it is stacking on the butts, man. It's gonna be either a decent harvest, or it's going to be fucking garbage, and I'm going to have to throw it away if something weird goes on. As I said, yeah, I'm seeing more and more as I'm looking around now of stuff I need to clean up in here still, but there we go. That's pretty darn good. That's gonna help, and if not only help, it might actually make it so that it makes it. I don't know what I'm trying to say. That might be the make or break moment of this thing even being able to go all the way to harvest without problems. So, fingers crossed. Subscribe. You know the drill. That way you get to find out what happens next week. And there we go, folks. That's today's episode. Thank you very much for hanging out here with me today. If you did like it, yeah. And subscribe if you're not already for some reason. And stay tuned. Check that bell for notifications so you get notified when the next episode comes out. I do this at least once a week. We have Sunday session every single Sunday, 12 o'clock noon Pacific Standard Time, on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Me and the wife get medicated.
and chat with the community, show off your guys' grow pictures from the Discord, etc. It's a fun time. It's sort of a, you could almost call it a religion. It's not a religion, but it's just something that we've been doing habitually. That's a better word. I don't want to step on no religious toes, but yeah, there we go. Thank you very much. Have a good one. I'm rambling. I'm just going to leave. Bye.